Ladies and gentlemen, fellow traders and investors, welcome to the program. Okay, let's check out this week in the stock market. A lot's happened, a lot of volatility. We're looking at the SPY right here representing the S&P 500. And a lot's been going on. We're talking about the drivers, what's rebounding this market, and we're going to talk about what the future lies, possibly. So let's take a look. Here we go. As you can see, last week, a couple weeks ago, at the middle of August or April here, we had big sell-off, fell out of this downtrend very quickly, pulled back nicely, and dropped back down this week. And then a nice rebound. And then today, a really nice, we broke out of this downtrend. Will it hold? We'll see. There was a lot of, Apple stock took off. They're talking about a multi-billion-dollar buyback, share buyback. So that's what we got right now. We're ahead of this downtrend. So that's pretty good. And it's got a bottom tail. Let's take a look at the MACD down here. The MACD, look, it's starting to show some green. It's crossing over. So this is showing signs of going up. The MACD is looking good there. So we're going to talk about some drivers here as well. And before we get into that, I'm going to ask you, please subscribe to our channel. We have a goal of 100 subscribers. If you click the like button, we'd appreciate that. Even if you don't subscribe, it helps get the channel out there. And we really appreciate your support. And I want to thank you for all our current supporters and subscribers. Thank you very much. So let's get into this. Let's talk about the drivers, by the way. What's driving this market? Well, the 10-year yield. The 10-year yield has dropped from almost 460 down to 450 already, very quickly. And that was this nice big bullish move right here. Okay, that really propped up the market. The relative strength of the dollar has come down to 105. That's pretty good considering it was at 106 and change. In fact, we actually hit 108. So now we're down to 105. So that's good. A lower strength is good for exporting our product, and that helps keep the markets down. Oil, WTI crude has dropped to $78. That's interesting. Crude's been coming down, which again brings costs down. We'll have to see. So let's get into the QQQ. Here we go. There we go. QQQ representing the NASDAQ tech stocks. And there we go. It looks very similar to the SPY. We never made it to the old high. 413 was support. Okay, worked out. Look at bounced off this almost to the penny. 424 is definitely trying to hold that range. We broke above 430. Can we stay above 430? If we do, 437 is the next line of the sand of resistance, as you can see. So we'll have to keep a close eye on that and see where that's going to go. Now, there's some. Let's take a look at the top 7 stocks here, the big 7. Well, let's start with Tesla here. Tesla has some interesting things here. Okay, they had earnings and they just fell off a cliff. Okay, they're still in this downtrend here. Let me make these lines a little more red here. Here we go. They fell off a cliff. Their outlook was weak. Earnings wasn't so bad, but their outlook was weak. So now they fell below this downtrend that they're in, and beautiful. They came right back up. China is authorizing their full self-driving, and with that news, the stock just ripped. We went from 140 up to as high as almost $200. Big moves there, but there's a big gap here between 170, 184, and the stock's coming down. I suspect that gap will get filled. Okay, before I move up. Now let's look at the other 6. Okay, Apple. Apple came out with earnings. They were fair. They weren't great, But they talked about a buyback, and boy, this stock just shot to the moon pre-market, like $15 from 174 up to 186. So that helped prop up the NASDAQ. There's no doubt about it, the QQQs. Okay, now we have Microsoft. They are pulling up. See, they're starting to move up now. And that's, again, helping the NASDAQ. Microsoft's pulling up. Google, they're fighting as well. Look at that big gap up. The earnings were good. The outlook was really good. And they propped up here from 158 up to 176. So that was at the end of last week. So that was really nice. That helps prop up the market as well. NVIDIA, what do we got going on here? Well, they're holding this green line in the sand here, support, okay, which is the old high. They fell below it, went above it, and now we're holding it again at 821. Right now we're at 887. So that's, up, and therefore it helps the NASDAQ. Meta. Okay, Meta, they had, their earnings weren't that bad, but they were talking about how they're going to spend a lot of money on AI. So investors didn't like that. And literally, after hours, it dropped from 492 down to 415, which is huge. And it's working its way back slowly now. Okay, now we have Amazon. Amazon fell down. Okay, here, I'll make this chart so you can see it here. Amazon fell down here. Let's adjust this. Here we go. It came down and then right back up as a nice rebound. So they almost touched all-time highs today. Or is that all-time? No, all-time high was 189. But they're almost all-time highs from back in 2021, which was the line in the sand for resistance. It came very close to touching it and bounced back. So things have been looking pretty good there. So look at some other stocks here. Palantir. Palantir's holding strong. I know we got a lot of lines here, but this is for day trading ranges. So Palantir's been propped up. They got earnings coming out real soon. We'll have to see what happens. Okay, on 5-6. So that's going to be like what, Monday. AMD. Their earnings weren't that bad, but nevertheless, investors didn't like it and it sold off. The MACD though is starting to show a possible crossover, so this could be a bullish run coming up, back up to like 161, and we'll have to take a look at that. I did want to let's see here, where were they here? It was a nice. I wanted to show you guys a classic short squeeze. We'll go to a 1-minute chart here. Here we go. Here's a beautiful short squeeze here, where a stock from $2.21 goes up to $13 in just about an hour or less. This is a 1-minute chart. Every candle is a minute here. These were halted because it goes up so fast in just a short amount of time. For 467 to 569, halts. Opens up at 634, pull back at 616, halts at 757. Boy, were these great day trading. For those of you who day trade and scalp trade, congratulations on making money if you timed it properly and you didn't just you held it a little bit. Look at things just went up and up. Beautiful short squeeze. Shorts were getting squeezed out of that one. And there was another one here too, SGBX. Another beautiful classic short squeeze from basically $3 and change up to $9.30. So here it opened at 388, bounced up to 613. A lot of money being made there. And again, this is a 1-minute chart. And look at this. Beautiful pop up, pull back, pop up, pull back, pop up, pull back, pop up. That was really nice. And you can even see the MACD here. Tells you, when it's time. If the green crosses the red down here, it's not a good idea to go long. Okay, so you can see how it actually was bleeding off, and then boom, crosses over right around here, right, for this breakout, and it breaks out nicely. 598, so $6 up to 681. You go in 500 shares, 1,000 shares, works out really nice. So I just want to show you those. There were some really nice short squeezes there. I thought I'd show you guys that. Anything else you want to take a look at? I'll tell you one thing here. Zillow, where are we here? Zillow. Let's go to the daily chart. Zillow's spitting really hit hard here. They are just been, look, we were at area of support here. They're down to 38 bucks. So they've had, they're hitting support since, what's that, 2017. We're heading for support from back then. So that's interesting. Intel has a hard time finding a bottom here. Earnings came out, they were weak and just continued down. So right now, $30 and basically seems to be the first sign of a floor. But that's what we thought here. Then earnings came out at 34 and it just dropped back down to 30. So we'll have to see here. Keep an eye on that. It'll be interesting. And anything else here? Let's take a look here. Silver. The relative strength of the dollar has been coming down, which generally would bring the silver up. But silver has been propped up so much that, we need profit takings in there and stuff like that. I like to buy it around $20. Right now it's at $20.44. $24.22. Anything other than that, that's pretty much about it. It's been earnings are almost over. We'll have to see what happens here. Okay. So I want to thank you for watching the program. Please subscribe and hit that like up button. Have a great weekend. Thank you.